Hello, my lovelies. As you can see, I am a girl. So today, since most of my viewers are males and over my years on Showdown, I have discovered that most of them don't know how girls work. Yes, we're very confusing creatures. I understand that we are baffling. What we do doesn't make sense to you guys. I totally understand that, because half the time it doesn't make sense to me either. So today, I thought I would give you guys seven, that's seven, right? Yes. 7 ways to tell if a girl likes you. Now, disclaimer, this does not apply to all girls. So, if you think that she likes you because she's doing the things I'm about to say, and then it turns out she doesn't, don't blame me. Because all girls are different, and this is just in my experience, and this is how I act if I like a guy, and how I know, a bunch of other girls act if they like a guy. So again, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. So, first off, you could be lucky and get a girl like me. That sounded really self-centered. What I meant by that was you could just find a girl who is really obvious about her feelings and has no shame and will just say, hey, I like you. Literally how my boyfriend and I got together was because we were watching anime together and I would not take my eyes off him, and he literally had to say, Charlotte, watch the anime. It was very obvious with me because I don't know what the word subtlety means. It's just out of my frame of existence. I have a short time on this earth, so you know what? Get it done. Get her done. So if I have feelings for someone, I'm just gonna tell them. Even if it's really awkward, because it's better to just be straightforward and say, hey, I like you, and then get rejected, rather than, spend months, fixing your hair all the time, and, every day being like, oh, does he like me? Does he like me?
He loves me? He loves me not. He loves me. I knew it!
And then, because that's just months or so much time that's wasted. If you at least get shot down right away, then you can, move on to someone who is worth your time. So, on to the 7 ways to tell if a girl likes you. Okay, so the first one is that if you're sitting near her or talking to her, don't look at her feet because that's weird, but if she likes you, her feet would be pointed towards you and her body will be turned towards you because it's more open and welcoming, because she wants to basically show that she's open and more interested in the conversation and more engaged. So that's the first thing. Second thing is eye contact or not. This is a little confusing. So again, if the girl's like me, and she's just gonna make eye contact if she likes you, and flirt with her eyes, and bat her eyelashes, very obvious.
Kaneki-san.
Hi.
So that's one way of telling. But the other thing is if she's more on the shy side, then she might try, look at you for a moment and then look away. Just, make eye contact and then look away. So, oh, he doesn't know I'm looking at him, but he does know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that.
本当は私気づいていたんです。
Or she could just be insane. So that one sort of can go either way. You should be able to tell if she's outgoing or shy, and if she's outgoing, she'll make eye contact with you and keep it. Or if she's shy, she'll look at you then look away. And oh no, I wasn't looking. You know what I'm saying, right? The third one is imitation. I think that there's a saying that's copying is the highest form of flattery, something along those lines, and that is so true, because basically what our thought process is, subconsciously, is that if we like someone, we want to try to be like them, so they will want to be with us, if that makes sense, because we are like them, and then we would like the same things, we'd be like them, and they could be comfortable with us because it would be like being with themselves, but not in like a weird way. If you know what I'm saying, like if they always wear blue, then they're like, oh, they obviously like blue, I should always wear blue, because then they will notice that I also have the same interests in colors that they do. Does that make sense? Well, it should. Maybe. I don't know. Or she's just really creepy.
俺が夜なんか信じるか狂ってるんだよお前は
If she literally like wears the exact same thing, then she's creepy and run. If she just sort of, if you do this all the time, and then you notice that she does this all the time, then, you know, that might be a sign. Fourth one is blushing, because we cannot control this. I don't blush. I don't blush at all. Nothing makes me blush. I don't know why, but it's really annoying because it's really cute, and I just can't do it. But most girls can blush, and that's just a thing that happens when they're nervous, when they're embarrassed. I mean, it happens to guys too. But just, if she's talking to you and she starts blushing, or you notice that her cheeks are getting a little flushed, either she's sick, or she likes you.
何言ってんのよあんた私とシロはそう私たちはただの協力関係なんだから
Or not. She could just be very pale and it could be cold out. But that is something that we really can't control unless you are a sociopath, in which case you wouldn't be blushing in the first place. But yeah, that's number 4. Number 5, finally got the numbering right on my hands. Yeah. Is if she tries to get closer to you. Now, this one may seem kind of obvious, and I want to put out a warning that if she's trying to get closer to you, do not take that as an invitation to, like, touch her, or do anything that she might not be comfortable with, because then you are losing any chance of ever having any sort of relationship with her, any of her friends, or probably any girl who could possibly know her in any way, and you've probably, like, screwed up the rest of your life. So, what I mean by trying to get closer to you is if she'll, like, go out of her way to sit next to you, or, like, touch your arm a little, or, you know, touch your leg, or, you know, just sort of put her head on your shoulder. Once you get to the point where she's putting her head on your shoulder, then it's usually appropriate to put your arm around her. It's also usually encouraged, because if not, she'll be like, wow, he's either really oblivious or an asshole, or doesn't like me, and she'll just give up. So keep that in mind, but do not, I repeat, do not take her touching your leg or arm or anything as an indication that it's okay for you to return that sort of touching, unless she openly says, I like you, or she puts her head on your shoulder, or she kisses you, or something. Even then, you want to make sure that you ask and say, like, the first time, it's awkward to say, like, can I kiss you? And I don't exactly recommend doing that, but side tip, if she's, like, looking at your lips, that usually means she wants to kiss you, because we're just focusing on what we want. One-track mind? Yeah, it's not just boys. But again, do not take that as an invitation to touch her. Number 6 is if she plays with her hair. As you can see, I constantly do that because my hair's gotten really long, and it's, like, hard to maintain, and it keeps falling over one eye, and it's really annoying. And it's, like, a mess today because the weather is disgusting, and I just went out and I had it in braids, and it's a mess. Okay? But normally, if a girl's playing with her hair, it's because she's nervous about her appearance, and usually if she likes you and knows she's going to be interacting with you, she will probably have spent some time doing her hair, or thinking about her hair, and her makeup, and her clothes. So if she's touching it constantly, then it means she's paying attention to the way she looks. Or it's just a nervous tic, in which case she could be nervous because she likes you, or it could just be a tic. So don't take that as, oh, she's playing with her hair, she definitely likes me. Because, as I said, I do it all the time. And I'm not nervous because that's not why I'm doing it. I just do it because it's like habit for me to do this. Because usually, like I said, it falls in my eye and then I can't see, so I have to do this. But this is kind of hard if she has, like, short hair or hair that can't be touched or something. I mean, it's applicable to whatever situation it is applicable to. That didn't make sense, did it? But you know what I'm saying. You guys are smart. And number 7, I got it right this time. I got it right. You proud of me? Yeah. This is probably the biggest one. If she asks about you and shares your interests. So I can give so many examples of this. So when I first started dating my boyfriend, I knew he really liked Smash. And I was awful at Smash. I was so bad at it, and I'm still really, really bad at it. But I went to my other friend who was really good at Smash, and I was like, teach me how to play Smash. Because I want to impress this guy. I want him to like me, and I want to have the same interests that he does. So he is like, oh, she's someone I can talk to. She's someone that, like, will share the same interests as me. So that's just one thing. Another thing is, like, if she's like, oh, what's your favorite book? And then, regardless of whether or not she's read it, she will go home and probably look up that book on Spark Notes. And then the next time she talks to you, she'll be like, oh yeah, I love that part in that book where, or she'll ask you what your favorite band is, and then she'll go home and download all of their songs onto her iPhone. Like, we just want to be able to share something with you, because obviously people are attracted to people who share the same interests as them, because if not, it would be boring, like, to have no interests together, because then what would you talk about? You'd just be sitting there, like, one person's just, like, playing guitar, and the other person's like, oh, I hate guitar, I'm just trying to read. And the other one's like, oh, I can't read. I mean, like, that's, like, a very bad example, but you know what I mean. It's important to share interests. I mean, for me, I can't hold a conversation with someone who doesn't like video games or anime. That could be because I'm incredibly socially inept, or it could be because I'm just a person and it's boring to talk to people about shit that you're not interested in. Like, until I started listening to the radio recently, like NPR, it was just so boring to talk to my parents even at dinner or anyone, because they'd just be like, oh, politics. And I'd be like, I want to talk about Pokemon or something. But it's just much easier to relate to someone and have any sort of relationship with them if you share the same interests. Now, this could, again, take this one with a grain of salt. This could just be, she's your friend, she wants to get to know you better, or, even more possible than that, or not necessarily as possible, but another possibility is she could be asking for her friend, because her friend doesn't want to look creepy and ask herself, or she's too nervous, but she's gonna have this other girl go ask you, and then in that moment of fate when you two finally meet, she's like, oh, my favorite book is this, or something, you know? So it's just like, oh, love at first sight, fate, we are perfect together. But usually, if she's very seriously asking, like, what you're interested in, and any of the other things are also applicable, then chances are pretty good that she likes you. One more thing I'm gonna say, so like 7.5, this, again, sort of like if she tries to get closer to you, take with a huge grain of salt, and do not take it as, like, an opportunity to slut shame or anything. But if she knows she's going to, like, be spending time with you, she may dress in a way that is more revealing. Now, some girls just do this, not because they're interested, not because they want you to notice them, just because that's what they want to do, and that is totally fine. But if she is someone who normally dresses, more conservatively, and she knows she's going to be spending time with you, and then puts on, like, a v-neck or a dress or something, then maybe that might be to get your attention, or the attention of your friend that you're with. So try to make that sort of a one-on-one thing, and going along with that, you know, I know guys are not great, at least in my experience, not gonna judge or assume, guys are not great at recognizing hair/makeup changes, but if she does like a lot of makeup or does something really fancy with her hair, along with dressing more nicely, then that might be something that could indicate that she likes you. Again, take all of these with a grain of salt, because every girl is different. Just because one of them does something like this, that does not mean it applies to all of them. And again, I am a strange person. I totally deviate from the normal girl. I am completely weird, and basically no rules of logic apply to me in any way, except that, like, I am affected by gravity. But other than that, I'm just, like, completely on my own path of randomness. So keep in mind that these tips are coming from a girl who has no social abilities, but has a lot of experience with guys. Whether or not that's a good thing, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment and I will get back to you guys. And thank you guys for watching. So if you could please hit that like button, that would be great. And if you could subscribe to see more videos of, I can't even tell you what's going to happen because I just was driving back today from going shopping and I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to make a video about this. So I really have no idea what's going to come on this channel. I don't know anymore. I never know. I'm just I'm like, I once said, talking to me is like talking to an epileptic dachshund. And that is so true. I'm just completely random. See, I can't even, I'm trying to end the video and I'm just going on about, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, so please like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!